So what if everything we think we know about history is wrong? What if human progress isn't some straight line marching forward, but instead a massive, repeating cosmic cycle? Today, we're diving into the Yuga Cycles, a fascinating theory that maps out a 24,000-year roadmap for the rise and fall of human consciousness.
Okay, so let's just jump right in. You know the story we're all taught, right? Humanity started with sticks and stones, and we've been on this steady climb ever since, all the way to spaceships and AI. But what if that neat, tidy, linear timeline just isn't the whole picture? What if we've been here before and maybe, just maybe, even reached greater heights?
I mean, just look at the evidence the source brings up. There are some serious holes in the standard model. You've got Göbekli Tepe in Turkey, this massive, intricate temple complex built almost 12,000 years ago. That's long before we were supposed to have any kind of organized society. Or, the Great Pyramid, engineered with a level of precision we'd have a hard time matching even today. And then there are these cave drawings from La Marche showing people who look, well, shockingly modern. These things just don't fit the narrative.
So yeah, these anomalies create this massive riddle, right? If our ancestors were way more advanced than we give them credit for, where did all that knowledge go? It kind of forces you to ask, is there another way to look at this? Another model that could explain these incredible peaks and valleys in civilization?
And this is where a really fascinating idea comes into play: the Yuga Cycle. Popularized by Swami Sri Yukteswar, this theory proposes that consciousness isn't static. Nope. Instead, it ebbs and flows through this enormous 24,000-year cycle. A 12,000-year climb up towards enlightenment, followed by a 12,000-year slide back down into a dark age. The real question is, where are we on that cosmic Ferris wheel?
So what's powering this epic cycle? Well, the theory behind it is literally cosmic. It suggests our sun isn't alone, but actually has a companion star, and they orbit each other. As our solar system gets carried along on this journey, we get closer to or farther from a powerful cosmic center, which the ancient texts called Bishnu Navi. The idea is, the closer we get, the more we're bathed in this universal energy that elevates Dharma, our collective ability to tune into and understand reality.
All right, so let's break this cosmic clock down. It's not just one big cycle. It's divided into 4 very distinct ages, or yugas, and each one has its own unique flavor and a powerful influence on humanity. So check this out. It maps out a really clear progression. At the very bottom, you've got the Kali Yuga. This is the darkest age. It lasts 1,200 years, and humanity can basically only perceive gross physical matter. That's it. From there, we climb up through the Dwapara and Treta Yugas, gaining more awareness. All the way to the top, the Satya Yuga. That's a 4,800-year golden age of full spiritual understanding. Before you guessed it, the cycle begins to descend all over again.
So, the big question, where are we now? Well, according to Sri Yukteswar's math, humanity hit absolute rock bottom, the darkest point of the Kali Yuga, right around 500 AD. The good news? We've been on an upward swing ever since. Around 1900, we fully entered the ascending Dwapara Yuga, the age of energy. And get this, we're on a direct path to an even more advanced age, the Treta Yuga, which is scheduled to kick in around the year 4100.
Okay, so we're in the energetic age. Sounds cool, but what does that actually mean? And more importantly, does this ancient theory really line up with the world we see all around us today?
The source says the defining feature of our age is this incredible ability to finally see that solid stuff isn't really solid at all. We're just now starting to get that everything is made of finer electrical subtle forces. It's probably no coincidence that the dawn of this very age gave us Albert Einstein and E=mc², the ultimate statement that matter and energy are just two sides of the same coin.
And if you look around for proof, it's kind of hard to ignore how well the theory tracks with our reality. It's all about a growing mastery of energy and space. I mean, think about it. Right now, scientists are teleporting information at the quantum level. We are on the absolute brink of cracking nuclear fusion for limitless clean energy. Even the way we organize ourselves is changing, with decentralized networks starting to replace old, rigid top-down hierarchies. You could say this is the Dwapara Yuga playing out in real time. And this shift, it isn't just about tech, it's deep in our psychology. In the Dark Age, the Kali Yuga, the prevailing mindset was just passive acceptance. This is my fate, I can't change it. But now, in our energetic Dwapara Yuga, that's been flipped on its head. We're driven by this active self-interest, this powerful belief that we can and should take control, manipulate our environment, and forge our own destiny.
Okay, so we've got a pretty good handle on where we are. But honestly, the most mind-bending part of this whole theory is where it says we're headed next. It lays out this incredibly clear, step-by-step roadmap for the next stages of human evolution.
And this is where it gets wild. The theory predicts this clear progression of mastery. Right now, in our age, we're learning to master space. But the next age, the Treta Yuga, it's all about mastering time. And then, after that, in the Golden Satya Yuga, humanity is supposed to achieve direct mastery over matter itself, shaping reality just with the power of consciousness.
Now, I know that sounds like pure science fiction, but the source argues we're building the technological training wheels for these abilities right now. Think about it. Researchers are already translating brain signals into speech. We're developing brain-to-brain communication. This tech is basically a crude, mechanical prototype for the natural telepathy the theory says will be totally normal in the coming Treta Yuga.
Even our whole concept of medicine is supposed to transform. We're already starting to shift away from a purely chemical, pill-for-every-ill approach to one based on energy. As Einstein himself supposedly said, future medicine will be the medicine of frequencies. And we're seeing the beginning of that now, with therapies using light and sound that work on the body's more subtle energy fields.
So what does all this mean for us, right here, right now? This cyclical view of history doesn't just predict the future, it puts a fundamental choice right in front of us, a choice about what humanity is going to become.
We're basically standing at this huge fork in the road, right? One path is transhumanism, the idea that we'll merge with our machines, use technology to overcome our biological limits. That's the external path. But the Yuga model suggests a different route. It sees all our current tech as a temporary crutch, a tool to help us rediscover and awaken the incredible powers, like telepathy and mastery over matter, that are already dormant inside us. That's the internal path. It's a choice between a technological singularity and a spiritual one.
So when it comes down to it, the Yuga Cycle framework really makes you ask a huge question. Is our ultimate destiny to build more and more complex machines to solve our problems for us? Or is it to become something more ourselves? Is our true potential waiting to be found in silicon, or is it waiting to be unlocked from within? Now that is a question worth thinking about.